That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, God, it's a toad, son. It's a toad, dude.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I love listening to your dad say it's a toad. It's a toad, dude. It's that pencil,
toad, dude.
that pencil tucky. It's a toad, dude. What's going on, Ben and Pete?
What is?
I'm looking at the wind right now.
Dr. Ben in there with his purple latex gloves, you know, doing some, what are you doing?
I figured, I'm putting these blades on these bladed jigs here, but when you handle a bunch of these blades, there's a little bit of residue on them.
Yeah,
so your hands turn black after like 100 of them. So or gray. So I was like, I'm gonna put some gloves on just so I don't have to go scrub my hands with that orange, whatever they call it, the orange cleaner.
Dillon Freeze got 97 different cameras set up right now. He got a phone and iPad. We're gonna bring him on here in a minute. I don't know what's gonna happen. He's been fighting technical difficulties, but before we do that, real quick, make sure you check all those out. Scrolling across the bottom of your screen, we go through them every week. You know who they are: Carolina's Waters, Uncle Terry, One Cast Fishing, of course, Deep Dive app. Make sure you check them all out, and can't forget Hobie Eyewear. Grab you those glasses. All right, boys, I'm going to try to bring Dillon on. Let's see. Hopefully he behaves himself, but you never know.
Looks like
I think he just froze again right when I brought him on the screen.
No, Dillon Freeze, can you hear us? No.
Yeah.
No, you can't hear us, or?
Fuck.
We had a record, boys. We made it. We made it 2.5 years without anybody dropping an F-bomb on a live, and Dillon Freeze made it 7 seconds.
Oh,
yeah. Dillon Freeze joining us all the way from Ohio. He wanted to jump on Fishing Friday Live and just rap with us a little bit, do some catching up, and talk some fishing and stuff. So, Dillon, how's everything up in Ohio right now?
It's good, man. Can you guys hear and see me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not popping up, so I was just making sure. My shit's crazy, dude.
Got to fall down there.
It's good. It's good to have some time off. Got some time off from NPFL and took the wife on vacation.
Where'd you guys go?
Clearwater, which I don't recommend.
Florida?
Yeah.
Down by Tampa? I went there one time a decade ago for a wedding. That's the only time I've been down there.
Yeah, I spent entirely too much money and we didn't do anything.
Where is Clearwater is close to Tampa?
Yeah. St. Pete's Beach over there.
Yeah, it's like north of St. Pete.
I'm really glad that you added more to what you said there.
Yeah.
Because you were like, where is Clearwater? And I was 1 second away from saying Florida, but then you added, is it close to Tampa? I was like, dang, he stole my thunder.
You know what? I've actually spent, listen, I've spent some time in Clearwater. There's a Hulk Hogan restaurant there. I don't know if you guys know that.
Awesome. We went there, went to the beach shop. I got decked out with some Hulk Hogan clothes, some NWO shirts, bro. We did the whole 9 with that. For sure.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
Actually, I think the one of the most vivid experiences I have from Clearwater was me and another guy that was on my team, and I'm not going to name him in case his wife randomly listens to this, but we got we were irresponsible, and he ended up hitting a wave that was like 4 feet tall on a jet ski and smashed his face, and his glasses broke in half. And, it was a whole thing. If he would have had Hobies, they would have floated to the top and he could have probably got both pieces back. But, nevertheless, that was pretty much my last memory in Clearwater, Florida. So I'm sorry that you spent a bunch of money and didn't really have a good time, but
no, it was fine. We had a great time. It's just, I feel like I could do it a lot of other places. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah.
So what have you been up? So you got all this time off. Obviously you guys' last event was up at the St. Lawrence River, right?
Yeah, it was fun.
And then, what happened to the St. Lawrence River? Walk us through it, man.
Shit.
I don't.
That's another place I spent. Hey, I'll tell you what. That's another place I spent a lot of money and didn't get anything done. A lot of running around, man.
Yeah.
The place is awesome. I mean,
was that your first time up there?
Yeah, and that's the problem with where we put in at. You just got so much water to cover and stuff to learn about that place, and unless you're willing to just dedicate it to where, the top 20 guys went, it wasn't. You were kind of just wishing on a prayer. I mean, you can catch 15 pounds a day and not. And it doesn't help you anything, I mean, even 19 pounds a day, you're not even getting paid. I think it took like 20 and a half a day to get paid.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, on all honesty, like I had that kind of fish, but it was just, we were there at a weird time, man. They were fishing 35 foot of water and I was fishing 12 inches of water,
Yeah.
It's just not something I had ever experienced. I mean, it was a blast. Caught a lot of fish, but it just if we ever go back, which hopefully we do, I'll you kind of know where to go and what to look for. But when you've got 80 miles of shoreline on both sides and literally 1,000 islands to fish, it's
So since you're on here. Which we appreciate you jumping on, and we set this up last week, I think, on Fishing Friday Live. We had Shay Cook on last night, right, guys?
Yeah, Shay was on
2 weeks ago.
No, last Friday.
So obviously you spoke in generalities there a little bit, but for the audience that's tuning in or that will see this because it's recorded and it'll be posted on all the different social media platforms. Being your first time there, talk to us about what you thought you knew going into that event at the St. Lawrence River, and then how you tried to break that body of water down before the tournament. So what did you think you knew? And then how did you break that body of water down for practice?
So that one was, it's a river, man. Like it's about current, it's about slack water. And the problem is I'm not used to fishing for 5-pound smallmouth in current, and man, I tell you what, them fish there will get in the most off the wall pieces of slack water outside of current when they're on the beds there. I have never seen anything like it in the river. And when I say that, I mean, the guys that were doing good were out in the lake or at the mouth of the river where there was a lot of less current, like Patrick and Drew and all those guys that were catching them 25 to 27 pound bags. Can you guys hear me still good?
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of current there, but where I was fishing, dude, it was hard. Like I had 5 pounders every day that tournament, like multiple, and you just couldn't get them in a damn boat because of the current. Like you'd be fighting them, and then they'd be just yank and drag, and you'd be like 80 yards down the river by the time. What I thought I knew wasn't what I saw when I got there, and what I thought I knew was just fish current seams and slack water. Well, current seams there aren't like anything you've ever experienced before. If you've never been there, it's like, I mean, it's almost impossible. You get your troll motors on high. You gotta position yourself right, and I was doing I kind of got on a deal where I was running down the bank or in current seams, and I was throwing a hair jig and to find them, and then when they would chase it out, they wouldn't eat it. Sometimes they would eat it, but they'd chase it back to the boat, and then literally you could watch that bass go back to his bed. You just throw a Ned rig over there, and he'd eat it as soon as it hit the water, and that was. It was just I had a bad tournament, man. It was just in practice. I was catching them on a jerkbait, because it was really windy all practice. And I was catching 20, 24 pounds a day on a jerkbait anywhere I wanted to go.
Right.
It was kind of stupid. And I was like, man, but I knew it wasn't going to blow in the tournament. And I was trying to figure that out. And, there was the last day of practice, second day of practice, I pulled up to a place and it was beautiful, set up right. Wind was hitting it. And in 5 casts, I had 26 pounds, and I called my guy I was staying with, Brian Hatfield, Big Daddy Baits, called him. I'm like, dude, we practiced together. I'm like, get over here. And as he's like idling up, I'm like, I'm gonna make one more cast. And I catch a 6-7. And that was after I caught like 25 pounds in 5 casts. It was stupid. And I'm like, dude, every cast is a 5.5, and then I catch this one. And I like boat flipping. He's got a 110 plus just choked. Like it was crazy. I'm like, dude, we're gonna wreck him, And just then the wind just died, and it's one of the things, man. It's a big learning curve there, and it's if you're not used to it or haven't seen it a lot or haven't been there, you're not going to do good. Like there's a few guys that are just going to do good anywhere they go. Like Corey Casey never seen it. I think he got a top 10. But but if you look at that list, most of the guys that got paid in that tournament had been there 10, 20 times. Like it's really hard to compete with that. But I'm not complaining. I'm not going to sit here and bitch about it. Like I had a blast fishing there. I would love to go back every year. I'd like to go back when it's not the spawn. Like I'd like to either go way before or after.
You guys went. It was July, right?
Yeah, we were like we were there July 4th weekend is when practice started.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sunday of July 4th weekend. Yeah.
So fish?
Jerry?
Go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
Jerry said YouTube sucks, so I was just trying to see what was up over there.
So it seems like for your practice, like wind was your friend. Did you do any sight fishing? Did you break out the flogger and do some bed fishing, or did you stick to the river and the current seams?
So I was actually I never busted out the flogger because I didn't in practice, dude. You could it was blowing and when I got bit on I've always been really good at fishing current and wind and seams and stuff like that. Just that's something I did on the Ohio River. It's something I do on the lakes in Ohio when the wind's blowing, fish stack up. Like it's just something I'm good at picking up on, and like going there, it's every freaking where. Like everywhere you turn, there's a seam, there's a rock, there's a boulder, there's an island, there's you know what I mean? And it's you kind of get spun out because you want to go fish every one of them. And you fish 20 of them and you don't get a bite. Then you get you get 15 bites. And you're like, what's different here? Like, and so I was doing the sight fishing thing. Like I said, I would get in like 3 to 5 foot of water and then in slack water and throw that hair jig. And that was how I would locate them. And every time that I found one or had one follow that, dude, I caught that fish no problem. And the last day of the tournament, I've told a couple of people about this. I had like the most incredible thing happen to me. Like, so where I had caught that like 26 pounds on the second day of practice in the wind on the jerkbait, it was like right next to a shipping channel. It was really deep. And there was a couple like boulders and it was just crazy, like maze, like it's crazy setup. And there was like little pockets of slack water around it, like where a rock would, kind of come around and there would be just a pocket of slack water, like the size of like a dining room table or something. And, like all the fish had moved from like where I was catching them on a jerkbait and they went over in that slack water. And the second day I caught a 5-pounder. There was a dock that come out right in the slack water. I caught a 5-pounder off of it, a 5.6. And then there was another one, probably the same size that I broke off. So I started there the second day, or the last day of the tournament. And I caught that fish I broke off. Still had my other Ned rig in his mouth.
Oh, that's crazy.
So I catch that one, right? And then I proceeded to catch 2 bucks. I threw up, like you would find a bare spot. You can see them. Like if you couldn't see the fish in general, you'd see a bare spot up there, like where they blow it out. And it's just like aqua blue sand. Like,
yeah.
And you just throw your bait up there and they'd be on it. And so I caught the buck, I think, off of the fish I caught the first day or the second day of the tournament. And then I catch the 5. I caught the 5, a buck, and another buck. Well, then I didn't have any bites, so I left. In the last hour and a half of the tournament that I had before I had to run back, I stopped in there. Guys, I pulled up, and there was 5-pounders everywhere. And when I say everywhere, dude, they were like, it was like looking at salmon run.
Yeah.
It was stupid. And like in a 20 by 20 area of slack water, it was like they just went, okay, we're in the channel. Oh, we want to go. Here we are. And I pulled up there, and I had three Ned rigs tied on, a drop shot tied on, I had a hair jig tied on, I had like a jerk bait, and dude, I threw that Ned rig up there, bow, broke one off. Like shit. Pull up the other Ned rig, bow. Just kept breaking them off. I'm like, I broke like 4 of them off, and they were all, I swear to God, dude, they were all.
You got into a school lake trout, bro.
That's what they look like, dude. That's what they look like. And but they were all just giant smallies.
Giant smallies.
Dude, and it was crazy because I mean, like literally, dude, they went from like 1.5 foot of water to 80, and about if my boat's sitting off at 80 on my left side, the right side is in 1.5 foot. I mean, it was like they just came up and went, and there's one dock there, and it's right on a shipping channel of the backside of this little skinny island, and it was just like the most perfect place. And so I'm telling Bill, Owen, and Wes this, like we're having some beers and dinner the last night after the tournament, and I'm telling about it. He's like, "Where is this? Where is this? Where is this?" So like I pull up my.
Is it at buoy 290?
Huh?
Is it at buoy 290?
No, there's no buoy around.
I don't know. David in the comment section, he said buoy 290. I don't know what that means.
The only people allowed to fish buoy 290 are the Johnson brothers. That's where you get in trouble.
Yeah, I went and fished it in practice. There was nothing there.
Oh, I know which buoy it is. Yeah.
That's the buoy they made famous and then started all the
It's on Wikipedia. It has its own Wikipedia page.
I think everybody that went, everybody went to the mouth of the lake, fished that buoy in practice. But no, it was just funny. Like I told them about it, and they're like, I showed them, and they're like, that's the most perfect little sneak hole. They're like, I can't believe we never even looked at that. And I'm like, I wish I'd have caught them, because if I had caught them, I'd have been, I wouldn't.
So what? So okay. So I mean, you're breaking. You probably wish you would have had OG Stren on or something, but you're breaking these. Like what? Like dude, why were they?
It happened so fast. Like Trey, it happened so fast that like after like the third one, I'm like, I pitched a drop shot over there, and it just, and I have it all on camera, and I have yet to like, Nevaeh, Bill Owen's daughter, does all my video work, and I haven't sent her to her yet because I'm still trying to figure out how I want to do it, because I just, dude, you talk about the most Ike and Nelly freak out you ever seen. Dude, there's 2 ALXs floating down this. They're probably out in the Atlantic by now.
So you broke rods?
No, I threw them, dude.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
What did we learn? What did we learn? You're 2 rods down now.
Slow down, I guess. I don't know, dude. But in all honesty, it's one of the things. Like stuff happens and nothing can go right, because then like I left there and I had a spot right by the ramp where I had like found a school of like 3-pounders, and it was like a drift thing because the current was ripping, and it's right by the ramp, like, and nobody was fishing there. And every time you go over it, you catch a 3-pounder. And I go there and I catch a 3-pounder, and then I go back over it and I break off a good one at the boat. He just like, I'm fighting him, and he just surges again and just pow. And I'm like, I had like literally got there. I sat down. I had 45 minutes. I retied, checked my leader, and it breaks right at the right like an inch below my knot. I'm like, what is going on? Like, you can't write this.
You think you got a bad line, a bad spool or something?
No, dude, because I'm not gonna say anything. I've got to. We're not gonna go down the line road. But yeah, I was not using the line that it should have been using. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I know it wasn't the line.
So Seth Ellis, he's on here with us. He put a laughing emoji, and I wonder if he's laughing.
There was also a question in the chat we need to ask him.
Okay, yeah,
hold on real quick. I got a funny story about Seth. So I'm fishing by him on like the second. I don't know what day it was.
He's the only one up there fishing for largemouth, probably.
He was not. He's a liar. He was not fishing for largemouth, because he told me before the tournament started, I'm going largemouth fishing. Like a tall bastard, and he was not largemouth fishing. As I seen, so I didn't realize it was him. So I come around this shoal, and he's out there, and we get like I get within screaming, which I can scream for 4 miles, so I shouldn't say within screaming range.
Yeah, but that's normal talking for Seth.
Yeah, me too. So I'm like, I said, you got any? And he tells me, yeah. And then he goes, I'm like, all right, I'm out of here. I'll let you have it because I watched him catch one, and I'm like, he goes, you got any sunscreen? And I said, no. But if you were so damn tall and close to the sun, you wouldn't need it either. He just
not wrong.
his hands up, bro. That was funny as shit.
Seth, you should be wearing that Carolina Waters UPF gear that you rock all the time. You don't need no sunscreen.
Heads up there just glowing, blinding me.
Have y'all ever seen? I got a picture of Seth. If you haven't met him, there's Seth Ellis right there, folks. The Gigantopithecus stands about 19.5 foot tall.
Yeah. That's Seth.
Why are you always yelling?
Yeah, why y'all? He's always yelling at people.
Dude, I'm the same way. I get yelled at in my own
constantly
house
yelling at people.
Talking.
Well, hey, Dillon, I had as far as some of the baits that you were throwing, Seth goes haters. So you were throwing hair jigs, you're throwing Ned rigs, you're throwing drop shots. Did you try throwing 10-inch Skyline cheese conies at them?
And how many can you fit in your mouth at a time?
Hold on. Who is that? Did somebody ask that in the comments?
Somebody asked us to ask you how many Long Island cheese conies you can fit in your mouth at once.
Who asked that?
You probably know who asked.
Is that?
We do not disclose.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
I can fit.
Hey, we're media. We can't give up our sources.
Hold on.
That's right.
I got another funny. You're gonna laugh your ass off at this. I got another funny story about how many cheese conies I can fit in my mouth.
Oh god.
So back in the day when I was younger and could just eat like a hog, and that's why I'm fat now. They have at Skyline what's called a coney.
I'm dying.
It's 10 cheese conies, right? So it's 10 cheese conies, right? Me and my buddy are at the drive-thru. We're going home from work, and he's like, I said, what do you want? And he's like, I don't know. What are you getting? I said, I'm gonna get a coney crate. That's 10 conies, right? He's like, yeah, that'll work. No, I'm like, well, no. What do you want? Like, that's what I'm getting. He just looked at me. He's like, do what? And I said, yeah. I said, the coney crate's mine, dude. You ain't getting any of my cheese cans. I'm eating all 10 of them. And true story, dude. He videotaped me eating all 10 of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but to this day, I think 3's my max, dude.
Oh, dude.
That was a one-time show. The 10.
And tell Seth, since you're watching,
he's on here. Tell him yourself.
Seth,
yeah, here, I'll bring him on screen. Hold on.
No.
There you go. You can ask him.
Where's he at? Hey, Seth, you big bastard. At Lake Norman, listen to this. At Lake Norman, I brought him a box of Grippo's chips from up here and 2 4-packs of Skyline chili, and he never took it.
Why?
I'm out like $50, Seth. You owe me $50.
That's
that's culturally inappropriate, Seth.
Yeah.
Hey, Bill Lowen got it. When I left that tournament, I gave it to Bill and his wife and the family, and they chowed on it on the way home. So, dude, that is great.
What is that?
Dude, did AI do that? That is hilarious.
Did you just have AI do that?
Yes, I did.
Yes,
NPFL photo and said,
I need you to send that to me.
You need to send that to the twins at the NPFL and have them put that on the official website.
Oh my Lord, dude. Oh,
we're not stopping now, Seth. We love you.
It's shit on Seth Day, ain't it?
That is the best thing I've seen in a long time.
Man. Hey, folks, if you are tuned into this, it is absolutely a fun Fishing Friday Live. And we are talking about fishing, by the way, too.
We are talking fishing.
We got to have some fun, man. You know, bringing it back to the St. Lawrence, you know, you're really good friends with Bill Lowen and stuff. You know, how much did you work, or did you and Bill work together at all on this tournament?
Yeah, I mean, we talked, but I mean, Bill, what I've learned about some of these Elite Series guys, man, they are Like Bill, when he's different than most guys that I know.
They got to be careful. They got to be careful, probably.
I'm not saying as far as information or anything. Like Bill is an open book to me. Like he will tell me anything that Bill's comfortable that I will never go sideways on him, and I think he understands that with me as well. And I think that he just picks an area and he works it, and he always goes where he knows the crowd isn't going to be. Like, if you know what I'm saying, like, he finds a way to make himself get paid without having to deal with other people in his area. So, like, if he knows, okay, hey, this area isn't usually predominantly that good, I'm going to dissect it for 3 days and I'm going to make it good. He's that good at fishing. Do you know what I mean? Like, he finds a way to turn bad situations in bad places, and he finds a way for it to fit his style and make it work. And there was other people in his stuff. Like, I know Wes fished it. But you got to think, dude, like, that's not his style. Yeah, he's a river fisherman. But, like, and, like, Wes and him were fishing the same stuff. And Wes had never cut a check there. Wes had never done, like, better than 80th, I think. And I'm not one to impose and go, hey, man, I need your juice. You've been fishing here 20 times. I'm not going to ask you. I'm not doing it. You know, like that would be me being a bad friend. If I'm like, hey man, I just suck. I can't catch shit. Like, you know, and if the offer was there to, hey, are you struggling? Do you need some help? Which it was. That was a conversation. But like, I'm not going to jump on it because like, if you backtrack to you follow, everything was flipped. I was getting guys coming up to me going, hey man, I hear you're going to win this thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? Like, and he's like, dude, no one's catching them. Like, not like you. Like, and I'm like, how the hell do you know I'm catching them? They're like, dude, people have seen, like, they just, like, word gets around. And I'm like, well, that's not good.
Yeah.
But, you know, at the same time, Bill, and it was like, hey, Bill was asking me, hey, what are you doing? Hell, I cut a spinnerbait off in the middle of the damn tournament on the last day. So he come up to me like, dude, I don't have a fish. And he's like, they won't eat my spinnerbait. And I threw him one, he ended up catching one. And it was like nothing. It was just, like, it's one of them things. Like, those are the awesome moments, though. Not to cut you off, but those are the awesome moments. Yeah. Oh,
like Pete and I have definitely, you know, had those situations before fishing team tournament trails. Like, you know, I think our last tournament this year, like we had a couple guys that were in contention for AOI. We weren't because we had a one bad tournament. So I think we finished 5th for the year, but, these guys were struggling, man. They had 2 fish and we gave them some juice, didn't we, Pete? And, you know, they went up there. They ended up catching one more fish. Unfortunately, they didn't win it. They lost it by like, I don't know, like a couple points. But those are the awesome moments where you can help somebody out without compromising your tournament finish. You know what I'm saying?
100%. And that was a thing. Like, so I know you guys like work with the deep dive and promote deep dive. And this isn't a shoot like, dude, I wouldn't have caught a bass if it wasn't for that app in that tournament.
Man,
like
preach,
that place,
dude.
Huh?
Preach it.
Yeah. So, like, I'm not joking. Like, dude, that place was. I'm from the mud. You know what I mean? Like, and I got.
You said you're from the mud?
Huh?
You said you're from the mud?
Yeah, like I'm used to fishing dirty mud holes. You know what I mean?
Never want Trey's internet.
Trey gone.
Well,
me crap about it.
Yeah, Jerry said being from Indiana, he misses Grippos and Rural King.
We got Rural King, and like I had 10 minutes down the road from me. Yeah. But I'll keep going. But like he's back. Hold on. Are you back?
I don't know what that was.
So, but like where I don't with the deep dive app, man, I'm not joking. Like I got there and I went out the first day and I was like, oh man, like this is muddy, like this is red. And I was like, so like I get straight on the app. I'm like, where's the cleanest water? Well, I went to where the clean water was and I caught like one bass, like in the dirty stuff, not around the clean stuff, but it was cleaner. And that ended up, I kind of got tuned into where I ended up fishing the tournament in that because when I was leaving there, I like seen a place that I was like, man, I need to check that out. So I pull over there and I seen fish eating threadfin fry. And I was like, man, I got to come here in the morning. right? So like, I got to fish my whole day, don't catch another bass. And like the second morning, I start there, and like fall. I ran all the way there. It's like 30 minutes. Get there, and it's like slack. Then the fog rolls in, and you can't see nothing. Dude, I got like 30 bites on a buzzbait. 30. Like they were I had a bobber stopper on my hook. They were choking it, raking it down the bushes. I'm like, this is madness. So like I left it alone. I'm like, went and found another place off Deep Dive doing the same thing. It worked too, and I was like, look, hell, dude, I got 2 stretches that, you know, if 45 other guys don't find it, we're gonna be all right. Well, guess what? The top 20 guys in that tournament were on those 2 stretches. Where it got one, where I watched Wes catch his 19 pounds the first day. Like I watched it and catch every one of them, and that was right off of him winning 10 killer. And then like I talked to Chad Marler, the guy that ended up winning it the last morning, and he's like, hey, I bet I was where you were at all day yesterday and only had like 16, but I'm gonna run over here and do this in this other creek, and that's where my other area was. And I'm like, go ahead, like they were eating there in practice. And he goes over and catches like an 8-pounder, but like that was I think without that app, dude, so many people are spinning their wheels in that tournament because it was a long run to get there, and it was only like a couple 100-yard stretch of clean water that you would have never seen unless you pulled directly up on it. And I mean, that place is massive.
You know, Pete and I, you know, last year before the One Cast even partnered with Deep Dive, you know, we downloaded it and used it for our very first event, which was at Bugs Island. And, you know, we were unfamiliar with all the features and stuff of Deep Dive, and folks would promise you this isn't turned into a deep dive show, but it's important to know, like, the app itself, while it's not flawless, it can really steer you in the right direction, right?
Very beneficial to have.
Very beneficial, you know, and, you know, we posted a video the other day on our Instagram. Go check it out. If you're not on our Instagram, go follow our Instagram, The One Cast, where we run through like all the different features and stuff like that. It's like a 3-minute video and stuff, but it really does help you break down a body of water, give you a good starting point. Look at those inflows, those stream flows, the water clarity. You know, bait tool selection is on you, but it gives you some guidance on how to do that. But yeah, man, like it really has helped us out, and I'm glad that you used it while you were up there too.
Yeah, and I'm glad I can give like a firsthand, you know, experience with it. That was, you know, hell, it helped me win $8,500. You know, I'm not mad about it.
There you go. Hey, so you lost 4,000.
Not that week. I came out ahead like $1,000 that week.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. So, I mean, I do this every time, Pete and Ben.
Yeah, once you start talking, so
I do this every time. All right.
Because I was up at Black's Tire today visiting our friends up there, and they brought up an episode where where you said you weren't going to talk, and they laughed about watching you squirm, attempting to not talk. And I was like, yeah, you can't do it. I was like, you ever want to make easy money? Just bet Trey not to talk, and he'll lose because he's not going to make it.
How much money are we talking? Are we talking not like are we talking like Skyline Coney money, or are we talking like legit money here?
We're talking like $100.
Oh, 100 biscuits, dude?
Yeah.
Whatever, dude.
There's no way you could go without talking. No way.
For $100? Absolutely not, dude. My time is way more valuable than
that. I mean, does laughing count?
Anything. Like he's just got to sit there.
I just gotta sit there and be like super downtrodden and stuff.
He'd be all like sitting there all silent, and I'd just go. See, bam, $100.
easy money, folks. For those of you who are watching and listening right now.
But by the way, go visit our friends at Black Tires. If you're in Central North Carolina and you're looking for tires or service on your vehicle, make sure you check them out. Tell them we sent you. They give everybody the VIP treatment, but let them know they sent you. And you know the bill might have a couple bucks knocked off of it or something.
Hey, a dollar saved is a dollar earned, man.
That's what they say, unless you waste it on fishing.
I mean, Dillon, you know, you travel across the country, you fish all the time. I mean, you know, whether or not you're traveling regionally, traveling nationally, like, dude, it's it's a lot of wear and tear on all your stuff. You know, I mean,
yeah.
I mean,
I don't want to jinx myself, dude. I've had 2 years that I haven't had an issue. I got one left in a couple weeks, so
yeah,
I'm gonna keep my lips sealed on this one. I don't want to jinx myself, but yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, I think I don't think people realize how much you tear your stuff up and tires. I mean, tires are one thing, man. Like I'm on my second truck in 2 years fishing this tour. I put 55,000 miles on my truck last year.
Holy
I bought it
cow.
in November of 23, and I got rid of it in March of this year. With 50,000 miles on it. So I got a year and a few months, like what, 16 months?
Yeah.
55,000 miles on it. I bought my 250, and I've got 18,000 on it already.
Yeah. Hey, for those of you in the comment section, you know, Dillon Freeze, if you don't know him, go back and listen to our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever you will. But Dillon fishes the NPFL. I don't think we really prefaced any of this, but like Dillon fishes the NPFL. This is your first year, right?
No, second.
Or second year on the NPFL, my bad. Second year on the NPFL, NPFL National Professional Fishing League. No forward-facing sonar, OG fishing. Hit him with questions in the comment section too. That way we can ask him what you guys what's on your minds and stuff. Jerry Ice, he's been commenting. Do you know Jerry? Who knows Jerry?
Who's it?
Jerry Ice.
Ice?
No, he's a North Carolina guy.
He's in North Carolina. Yeah.
He's in my neighborhood.
Yeah. So he said, I laughed at you guys talking about fishing dirty water. I fished the Ohio River creeks. Water was so dirty. The coons left tracks. The coon left tracks in it. So yeah, I mean, I've never.
He ain't lying, bro.
There you go. There's Seth.
Get that? I need that. How do you
Dude.
do that?
Ben's a genius when it comes to that stuff. What's up, Chris Curtis?
Ben's like the AI master.
That's Grok. That was Grok. I used Grok there.
Yeah. If that was me, I'd have a sick video.
Seth's probably pissed. He like got off and went home. He's like, I'm not dealing with these idiots tonight.
Yeah, he's off now. Well, he probably reached his minutes limit.
Did he shave the big D in the back of his head last week? Was that him that did that?
No,
I think that was an older picture, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think it was an older picture. Oh, he's back.
Yeah, you do need to trademark that, Seth. You better get on it because I already filed the paperwork.
I thought he used all of his minutes up on his Cricket phone, so he couldn't like stay.
What was that one we all had back in the day before Cricket? It was like I can't remember.
I can't remember.
Cards at like Kmart. You bought like 10 minutes for $1. It was the dumbest thing ever. It was like not Straight Talk. It was something like that. Though.
Yeah, Straight Talk. Yeah, that was.
And then Cricket came around, and Cricket was like game changing because then you paid a straight fee.
I never had.
Gosh, I have a dilemma here. I only have one bush latte left.
Hey, I got
you getting ready to?
If you want to come over.
All right, well, send them from the muddy water. Send them from. David Fuchs asked a question. He asked if have you ever fished the like the smaller? Oh, I guess they only have small lakes, but the lakes in New Jersey, the mud puddle lakes. No. There's like three.
I had never in my life been to New Jersey.
Nobody wants to spend the toll road money to go fish at the mud puddles.
I'm not gonna lie. This is not this. I don't want to sound like a dick. I don't like New York at all.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Good thing New Jersey's a different state.
I drive really fast. They don't.
We're just talking. We're just talking shit about everybody tonight.
Oh,
New Jersey, New York,
if you want to hear me talk some shit tonight, I don't care. I do not like dude,
before
it's
a
different life up there, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Did you like the St. Lawrence and stuff there? That's like a different country.
Did I tell you? Do you know what happened prior to the tournament with the pool, the next pool north? So we get up there, right? So Lowen's like, "Hey, I'm gonna get up there like it was like I think I left Wednesday before 4th of July, so we were gonna go up there and practice the pool above and just fish. He does it every time he goes up there. So he gets there a day before me. I think I get there Thursday. He calls me. I call him. He's on the water. He's getting screamed at by somebody. I'm like, what's going on? His wife's like, I'll have to call you back. The whole other pool north of there, after the lock where we were allowed to practice before official practice, is owned by an Indian reservation.
Oh yeah.
I did hear about this. Yeah, but tell the audience.
So he almost gets shot. Guy chased him down on a side-by-side, comes all the way down the hill, pulls a shotgun on him. He's got his wife, his daughter, his son, and his nephew on the boat. Bill's as nice as they come, right? So he's like, all right, I'm going to just piss off pretty much. So then I go over there, hang out with him, and do dinner. I get up the next morning. I go to the Indian reservation, like their public works building, meet their DNR officer or whatever. Never felt so out of place in my entire life. I can get along with a shoebox, you know what I mean? And it just rubbed me so wrong. And then so then we're on the water and I'm like staring over my shoulder for like 2 straight days fishing. I'm like, all right, like it was just very unwelcoming. Like I was just like, eh. And like nothing against like the town of Messina or anything. And like I don't care. Brad's probably gonna get pissed off that I'm on here talking shit. I don't care. Like I just like the true North Country is a different place, dude. It really is. Like
it is.
It is off the wall weird all the time. There's nothing like, dude, there's nothing around. There's nothing around. And I just feel like it was just so I just don't like it out there, man. Like I like civilization. Like fuck.
Never go to that lake.
I don't care, bro. Like I just did not like it out there.
Sounds like the NPFL needs to go to that lake out in South Dakota.
Dude. Yeah, let's go like all the way to Wyoming.
You talking about Oahe?
There ain't no lakes you want to go fishing.
Oahe or whatever.
I think they got bass in Montana. My mom was telling me that there's a river that's got some smallmouth in it in Montana. You have a tournament there.
The NPFL will be the first national touring event to do a bank fishing style event.
Yeah. Well, no, they just did it. MLS just did it, didn't they? Or no, who threw that?
No, that was Miller Tech lithium battery. Yeah.
Miller Tech did it. Yeah. Did Jacob Wheeler win that one too?
Yeah, he did.
He won with a bobber and a worm.
No, it was like they limited
hook in the water and somehow caught 25.
I think they limited how many rods you could have, and it was like you can only carry 30 rods because nobody will, and he had 30 rods.
Do you know what I want? Hot take in bass fishing. I want Jacob Wheeler to go fish elites for the next 3 years and see how much he does. That's where I'm at with it. I am over it, dude. I'm over it.
You want Jacob Wheeler to do what?
I want him to go back and fish elites for 3 years.
He's already got trophies.
What, like 2? Maybe 1.
I think he's got 1.
Yeah, he didn't win 8 this year.
He's got 2 BAS. He's got 2 Elite Series.
2 in what, 4 years, right?
Yeah.
You know that he just thinks like a bass, doesn't he?
That dude could just catch him.
He can catch. I'm not taking anything away from his fishability. Lines get blurred there, bro, and I ain't shy to say it.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Hey, Mom. My mom is watching us from Kalamazoo, Michigan. Hey, Mom.
No, actually, the first round of the bank battle was won by Jacob Fouts.
Oh, Jacob Fouts won it from the Elite
Different Series. Jacob won. Jacob Fouts won with 11 pounds.
The bank battle?
Yeah. Wheeler was.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
He threw what was that? What was that Aquaview camera? He probably threw an Aquaview out there.
Did they all bring their backpacks with forward-facing sonar in them?
I don't think you were allowed. Like, I don't know. Maybe that'd be pretty. Bank
Jerry
fishing
Ice said,
only.
"Hey,
No
dog,
waiting.
Jacob Wheeler." Hey, Jerry Ice said, "Hey, dog, Jacob Wheeler's an Indiana native."
Oh,
don't you border Indiana?
I've known Jacob for 20 years. I'm not saying anything bad about his fishing skills. I just think that he would have a lot less accolades if he'd have stayed at Bass. That's all.
You just never know.
No,
yeah,
I
I mean, well,
I
I
know.
mean,
Pete, you know
statistically
too. Come
speaking,
on.
he's
Pete, you know it.
he's up against, I mean, well, the BPT, they've changed their format 762 times, and now they're gonna have what is it next year, guys? 51 anglers on the roster.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have so statistically, huh?
Well, the only problem with that argument is that the first 3 or 4 years they had now all the guys.
Yeah,
Probably 2 years, right? Before
they had most of them.
Hey,
Before
yeah,
people
but look,
started going
did he
back.
win Angler of the Year when they had a 5 fish limit?
Yeah.
No, he didn't. Matt Becker did.
That was 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. David Fuchs says
is all and it has nothing to do with his fishing skills. I just think that there's not as harsh of a
Matt Becker. Let's just be fair though. Yes, Matt Becker won Angler of the Year by 3 points.
Hey,
against Jacob?
Yeah, by 3 points.
Yeah. He did.
I mean, listen, every generation
He did.
He did it at Saginaw and smallmouth too. Which
I just think you can't, because everybody said he wasn't going to compete when they did the whole 5 fish thing, and then he still won 2.
No, I'm not saying he didn't compete. I'm just saying I just think that there's a lot less tournament wins and a lot less Angler of the Year titles in a different format against a different field.
Oh, for sure. All. Dude, look, the Elite Series.
I think that the Elite Series will always be the premier tournament.
For sure.
100%. And I don't think you can be considered the best bass fisherman in the world. I don't care who you are, including Kevin Dan Van Dam. If you're not fishing the Elite Series, you cannot be considered the best bass fisherman in the damn world.
You hear that, Seth?
I don't.
No.
Trey McKinney, in my opinion, right now, the Johnsons, they're right there. I think you put the 10 best guys that you think in the world, I think Trey McKinney comes out on top every time.
You know what though? Like here, well, let me read David's comment real quick.
Like
you said read a comment that Johnson and Wheeler need to fish a derby to determine who's Johnson.
Chris Johnston.
Oh, Johnston. Gotcha.
I'm gonna tell you right now, dude. Like, and this is like and that's the problem with it. Everybody wants to look at AOYs and stats and stuff. Go fish with these guys. There's so many guys that are right there.
Yeah.
There's so many things that tie into being the best when it comes to.
Look,
everybody pushes the envelope, dude. Everybody talks. Everybody's doing their I don't want to say.
Well, you'll see.
There's only 2 things that matter in competitive bass fishing:
the Bassmaster
Angler of the Year titles and first places.
So you'll see me next year, Dillon.
You gonna fish?
Well, yeah, because your concrete company is gonna fucking sponsor me, so we're gonna do that. I dropped an F-bomb. Dang it!
You did it. I didn't.
Trey's the first one of our team to drop an F-bomb.
Here we go. I'm sorry, I forgot we were recording. My bad, folks.
He lost the bet.
Hey,
he lost the bet. But let me ask you this though. Ben, Pete, Dillon, who is, in your opinion, I'll ask Dillon first since he's our guest. Who is one of the more overlooked and underrated anglers that is always there in the Bassmaster Elite Series?
The Elite Series?
Yes. Don't Google it.
He's not overlooked, and he had a bad. Man, that's tough. John Cox.
Okay. Yeah, that was my answer.
Him and Lee. Lee had a bad
Livesey.
There's a lot. I mean,
dude, I think Lee Livesey could potentially, like, he could go. That guy's got so much talent and what he's done. I think people really don't look at his numbers. He could make a run for the, like, if you put him and Jacob Wheeler in a 10 lakes, you get a single day on 10 lakes, they could be 50-50. Lee's that, like, Lee's so good, dude.
He is good.
I don't think I think he gets overlooked a lot just on this. I think when people will look at the world rankings on Bass Fan because of who owns Bass Fan and the whole dude, how the hell do you have Chris Johnston just won Angler of the Year? They got Trey McKinney ranked 4th and Chris Johnston 7th. Didn't that just came out after?
I mean, if we're honestly talking about right now, from a consistency standpoint, an overlooked angler, and if we're talking just in the Elite Series, and let's talk not necessarily wins or AOIs, but just classic, consistency making the classic. So you're in the top 50. Shane LaHue, he's never missed it in his Elite Series career. He's made it every single year. Right. He's been in the top 50 or whatever that cut line is.
Nice guy.
Super good dude guy. From North Carolina, great guy. Yeah. But you got guys like that. You've got Bob Downey is another dude who's
I got one for you.
Bob Downey's always right there floating around, and you don't hear people talk about Bob, but go look at tournament finishes and you see him up there floating around the top half of the field every event. There's a lot of those guys that are
dude, I mean, look at
it's just a matter of things going your way.
I mean, it's just things going your way. Dude, those guys are crazy good.
It's just things.
Would you say, Ben?
Just going your way.
Fujita is always there. He's always up since he's come on. He's only been there 3 or 4 years, and that 1 year in the Open, he would have requalified the year that Trey and all them did, I think.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah,
and because he fished the entire Opens and the Elites, he's always right.
I feel bad for a lot of the guys that are getting cut from the Elites this year. It sucks.
That's cut
for all them guys.
It does, man.
I'm with a lot of the guys there that they don't cut enough. They don't cut enough. They let people hang around too long that don't need to be there. And I mean, if you've been there, yeah, you have, yeah. Then if you've been there for a while, you have career average to go off of. So, I mean, if you started hot in your career, you could stick around for a long time without doing a whole lot. And if you have done consistent, you could stick around for a long time and have a few bad years. So I get the career average thing, but I also, it's I think John Cruz talked about it when he was on the show. If you're a starting quarterback in the NFL and you have a bad season, you may not be a starting quarterback in the NFL anymore.
I want to bring something up, and it might ruffle some feathers, but that's who I am. So after day one of the Mississippi River, I looked at the leaderboard.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw 30 names who I haven't seen on average above 55th to 60th all year.
In
the top 30. Top 40. Top 40. I'm not going to say names, but if you can go back and look.
Mm-hmm.
You think that's just out of pure luck?
No.
It's not, and it's not because they just happened to fish better that week either.
Well, I can give you my opinion, but what's yours?
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, actually,
here we go.
No.
Somebody did it. Somebody did a video on that.
I just know where it's heading. I know.
I
don't even need Dillon to say why. I know why he thinks it.
Okay. Well, hello from Brighton, Michigan. Salnak Chantoska. I'm sorry if I slaughtered that.
You're a Michigan native.
I know, but it doesn't mean I know how to enunciate words or pronounce them. Anyways, all right.
That says learn.
All right, there it is. There it is. Seth.
Look.
I know how. All right, so here's my opinion.
He's right.
So I think that there's a lot of anglers that did really well that haven't done well all year at the Mississippi River because, frankly, they haven't adapted to forward-facing sonar. And it was a shallow water grind fest. It was a place that was a shallow water dream. It was a frog fest, a flipping fest, you name it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And frankly, there was a lot of guys that they just knew how to do it, right? That's what they're comfortable with. And, the person that made this video, they talked about it. And this is why I think the Johnstons are so good. they can do it all, right? An angler that can do it all, whether or not it's using forward-facing sonar, shallow water, offshore, doesn't make a difference. The person that can do it all and wins AOY means more than the person that either live scoped all year or only shallow water fished all year or only sight fished, 4 out of the 6 tournament or 9 tournaments, whatever, and did well. Like, I think the versatility is what really makes an angler great. And the thing is like, you love, hate, or indifferent on forward facing sonar or any technology for that matter. It doesn't matter. Like, if it's legal, then you better learn how to use it, right? Plain and simple. And I think that's why you saw a lot of guys shine at the Mississippi River that may not have shined all year. I don't know. Or it was the hunger to requalify for the Elite Series.
Or they realized, holy shit, I'm getting ready to get cut from the Elites. I better make a check. So I got to do everything I can to make that happen. That means calling everyone I know. Because, dude, I just know how these guys work. And I look at the names that were up there, and I don't care if it makes me look bad or like a dick or – dude.
Well, you're speaking your opinion, so it's just an opinion.
There's guys that don't. There was guys in the format where I'm talking, like that were in that field in the position I was talking, that aren't good shallow water bass fishermen. They're Tennessee River fishermen. They're smallmouth deep water fishermen. Like, it don't make sense. You just that place is massive. The pools are massive. You have guys like Gerald Swindle and Bill who are great river fishermen. They're good junk fishermen, and they don't figure it out. They live for that kind of fishing. But then you get there's 20 guys that ain't ever that good on that stuff, never do good there, and they just so happen to go find the right stretch of grass, the right stretch of pads, the right stretch of current out of the 100 and something miles, hundreds of miles. Like, it doesn't add up. And I'm one of them guys that the first thing I do is I look for the abnormalities. And I'm like, nah, he shouldn't be doing like that. That don't make sense. This don't make sense. Like, and I'm not saying that to be negative. I'm saying that all these professional, like all these tours want to crack down and kick guys out, like start shit with Matt Herron and this and that for having conversations and do this. They're not looking. They're not sitting down and looking at the real. Well, how in the hell did this guy who was in 90th place all year just bump up to 69th to stay in the elites because he had a top 20? First one of the year. That don't make on the last one. Like, things just don't add up there. And I'm not trying to say that to be. I mean, I am. I'm just saying it like I see it. The way I look at it is, this dude knew he was going to get cut. These guys were going to get cut. And if they don't go the extra mile or do something a little shady and hopefully don't land on that number that gets a polygraph on that random test, their career could be saved. And I know guys will go out on a whim to save their livelihood. And that's rightfully so. But I just see things that I'm like, it just don't sit right with me. And the only reason I say that is because I fished about 4 or 5 of them that I saw it do it. And I'm like, it just didn't sit well with me at all.
Well, let me play devil's advocate here, because I mean, I think a lot of sports are like this. Like, guys, they look at national sports leagues and they're like, refs are in on it, or coaches are in on it and stuff like that. But who's to say that a lot of the competitors within the top 50 didn't help those who are in the bottom out, or who's to say that other competitors didn't, that didn't have anything to lose, gave them some juice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that I'm not trying to invalidate your opinion. I'm just saying, right. At the end of the day, a lot of those guys are in the community and they don't want to see certain people go, I'm sure.
No. That makes sense.
So maybe they're going to help each other out. What were you going to say, Ben?
Let me say another thing. If that's the case, and we're saying that these dudes only had a good finish because they
cheated,
got information, got cheated, then in my opinion, the Elites is not the greatest series in bass fishing. Because if that takes away the argument that anybody can win on any body of water on any given day. Right there, what you're saying is I can only compete on the body of waters that I'm good on, and I can't compete on bodies of water that are different than what I'm usually good on. Well, so I'm not the best in the world, because if you look at guys in other leagues, they went all over the country on all kinds of different bodies of water doing different things. And
you're right. But
so
you're right. And that goes back to what I said about that tour and that angler and things that I've heard and things that I know just from being, and it's like, dude, I could sit down and write you. I could have we could turn this into a week-long conversation about things that I've heard. And it's like, and the only reason I say that is because, like, I know certain guys who are guides or really good hammers on their local bodies of water that certain angler showed up to and watched fish and practice shit like that. So, like,
yeah, we've heard that stuff too, and that's shady, dude.
People do. Oh, dude, it happens all the time.
Yeah.
Like, there was guys at St. Lawrence, and he probably won't get mad. I'm not accusing anything. If you stay with a guide on the St. Lawrence River the week of the tournament, how do you tell me you don't somehow get information? You're staying in his home. Is that, like, would that sit well with you?
No, I see what you're saying. No, and this is,
didn't get information. Like, why would you put yourself in that situation?
Right. Why would you put yourself in the position to do that?
Stay with a guide who's a guide on Ontario, who's like,
but what you're talking about here, though, at the end of the day, because not everybody has the same morals and values that you do or that we do. What you're talking about from an institutional perspective or the organization is maybe there's a rule change that comes out about that, right? So that other competitors don't feel the exact same way as you, because nobody knows if said person was to receive information from the guy that they were staying with, because they could be best friends with him or not, whatever. It doesn't matter.
There's a system in place for you to challenge that if you say
there is. And I would never do that, because, like, I don't, unless it was I had perfect merit on. But, like, the only way to handle all this is lift it all. Lift it all.
Hey, I mean, the problem is the anglers don't want that, because bass tried to do it and they threw a big giant temper tantrum, and so they tightened up on bass. And I mean, I hate it for the guys like Matt Hare and that. And I think I think there was some favoritism showed in the way those things went. But at the same time, it's a non-issue if the anglers don't rise up and throw a big fit about them wanting to get to lessen the no information rule before the season even starts.
Right.
As soon as they did that, you were slapping bass in the face who thought they were doing what you wanted, and then you throw a big public temper tantrum, and they're like, all right, you want us to be tough, we'll show you tough. And then any rumor they heard, they start polying people, and it just devolves from there. So
and
I agree. I don't think there should be a no information rule. I think the no information rule is the dumbest thing in fishing.
Because it can't be policed.
It can't be policed. And if you're at the top of your sport, you should be able to practice and compete at the highest level no matter where you are. If I'm playing Major League Baseball, and I understand this is different, and I can't hit in altitude or something, I can go there in the off season. I can go there and work with trainers right before a game. I can figure things out that might be different in that climate to make me compete at the highest level possible. Yeah, but if I'm going to a new lake as a professional angler, I can't talk to somebody so that I can compete at a high level. I'm supposed to bide my time getting my teeth kicked in over 20 years, like all these old timers say, oh, we put our time in and learn these. Yeah, you get good for you. So you should get to go kick people's teeth in because they can't get information.
Barry Bonds was already one of the best baseball players to ever live before he got on steroids.
Yeah.
And
then, you know what I mean?
That was the most fun. That was actually made me like baseball.
But Dillon, you're in a unique position. You know, we love the NPFL. We love Brad, Paul, Big Al, all the entire group of people. And, we've been fans of the way that their format is. I think it's, they cater to a different audience than the Elite Series, than the BPT, than the what's now the MLF Pro Circuit, whatever. All the different venues have different audiences that they cater to, and then there's a lot of repeat offenders. But with the MPFL being very FLW like, if there's serious concerns, I don't know if you're talking about MPFL or not,
No.
but on the MPFL side, yeah, I think that's the great part is like you guys are paying customers where like the Bassmaster Elite Series now they're not paying customers anymore. They don't have tournament entry fees and stuff, which that's a double-edged sword, right? But as being a paying customer of the MPFL, like if you had a concern as an angler, you can bring that up pretty easily in that format, correct?
You can, but dude, it's like, MPFL is a family, dude. So like, the problem is you better when you even if you bring something to attention, in my opinion, you better really have some merit, like because
sure.
Which look, that's
it'll
the way
burn you in the ass.
Because like, we've heard like local tournaments, people get off the water. This dude did this, do this, do. I saw this dude do this. Well, okay, well, officially put your name down, and half the time.
Well, that's the thing, and like, see, I talked to guys multiple, and when I say multiple, I'm like probably 20 guys that swear, and I mean me as well, at tournaments this year where we have went by people in places that they typically wouldn't be fishing, if you feel my drift, without a certain technology in a place where it's banned. Like, it doesn't make sense. And you drive by them at 30, 40 yards, and they're looking straight down, and they're out in the middle of a ditch, or they're out, like, you didn't, like, it. You know what looking at a graph, like, you know what it looks like to look at forward.
For sure. Yep.
And, like, I'll even say, like, me and Bill had this conversation, and Wes. Dude, like, we have seen guys drive during our tournaments. Like Douglas, perfect example. I went by guys at Douglas. I'm like, there's no way that guy is not scoping right now. And I'm not. But did I have enough evidence other than what I thought I saw? What it looked like to me? I can't take what it looked like to me to Brad. You know what I mean? And it's
you
like,
say he stared at his graph scoping.
Then I look like a fucking asshole if I go and say, Brad, so and so, I could have swore from what it looked like, he was scoping. And then he passed my graph and he was like, "You sourpuss, like you're an asshole. Why are you protesting me? I was just out there dragging a brush pile." I'm like, so it's like, but I mean, when you're in the middle of the damn lake, like, dude, there's nothing there. Like you're in like I know where these fish set up on scope. Like, we've done fished it. Like, we know what it looks like. We know where they go. And so, like, I see you, and I know where these fish are at right now, fishing this tournament, and you're nowhere near them. You're doing something else, and it ain't dragging a rock pile, bro. Like,
well, listen, I know we're at about an hour and 8 minutes, but I want to ask you one final question, and I'll turn it over to Ben and Pete.
Sorry to take over your show, guys.
No, dude. Like, you're on here. I mean, shit.
It's like never have him on again.
No, dude. No, like these guys hear us talk all the time. It's nice to hear somebody else, like, talk, dude. But let me ask your opinion of it. I mean, this is your second year on the MPFL. You're getting ready to go to your last event, Logan Martin, which is the third week of September. Should be a pretty grimy and grindy tournament, depending on if that water's turned over or whatever, or turning over when you get there. I hope that doesn't happen. But anyways,
I want it to rain for like a month, the next month.
But going to be a different Logan Martin than last year for sure. Totally different time of the year. But, being in the MPFL, they made the decision last year, and that doesn't affect the championship that takes place on Hartwell in October.
Bailey Gay's going to win that tournament. Mark my words.
Okay, there you go. So he's calling it. David Fuchs, real quick. The MPFL check graphs for practice. They issue out the lock boxes and serialized tags for all the anglers, so that they have no forward-facing sonar capability during official practice and the tournament days. Am I correct on that, Dillon?
Yes.
Okay. So that being said, do you want forward facing sonar back?
No.
Okay. So would you rather just have every competitor just not have a forward facing sonar transducer on their boat?
I'm going to push for that. I want to have, I want to get a group of guys to take that to Brad.
Okay.
And I want to get a guy, I want to get voices that will be heard.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've got enough friends at this point with higher statures than mine to where not that in Brad's eyes any angler's opinion is different, but if you know what I'm saying, like you get guy. I think the only reason we didn't take them off is because of guys fishing multiple tours.
Sure.
Having the hassle.
Of course.
Because if you sign up for the NPFL, you don't fish the elites or anything else. There's no reason for it to be on the boat. I don't want to hear, well, I fish it at home. Fuck bullshit. Take it off. Get rid of it. Like I just sold mine. Like I had it on all year. I turned it on one time, and it was at when we were at St. Lawrence in the other pool. And I used it. I tried to use it to my advantage by fishing another pool. I looked, and this is perfectly legal. I wanted to see where the fish were staging. It didn't work at all. So when it's the only time I've turned it on at all this year was one day.
Yeah.
I took it off. I just sold it.
I just feel like you guys are in such a unique position with the NPFL, and frankly speaking, like a lot of you guys like don't rely on the NPFL to be your livelihood, right? Like
there's not one single NPFL angler that fishes for only that's his source of income. There might be one or two, but they have money at home, so it's not like they already have money. They might not have a job, but they have backing. So I mean, in all honesty, like it is kind of getting away from the blue collar tour that it was. I guarantee you this year we're gonna have 30. There'll be probably 5 or 10 guys that leave from the existing original NPFL crowd. There'll probably be a couple Elite Series guys that leave just because of the stress of the schedules. And I think you'll have probably 10 or 15 more Elite Series guys, and I think you're going to have a plethora of BPT guys come.
Yeah, for
I think
sure.
I think Rambanis, I think Logan Latusa is going to come. Like those guys who are old school grinders anyway. Like Logan Latusa, I don't think he would qualify for the elites. I think he got cut after that DQ and then not touching a check at Mississippi. I think he's done. Matty Wong, like those guys are still career bass fishermen. Like it's like they're Elite Series bass fishermen or they're BPT guys. Like they don't have other jobs. Like that was their life. So like in order for them to like just pick up and get a job in the next 6 months, I don't think it's going to happen. So I think they come. I think there's a lot of those guys that come along.
Yeah.
Now, because now they're out of options. They're not going to go fish the invitationals. Like, there's no money there.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think there's big things to come. There's going to be a lot of guys applying for the NPFL in 2026. And, we're looking forward to it. We love the NPFL. We love the format. The guys that fish it are down to earth. It doesn't matter. An Elite Series angler that fishes the NPFL is an NPFL angler. Same thing with a BPT guy. So, it doesn't make a difference to me. But, we're at 1 hour and 15 minutes here. Ben, I'm going to turn it over to you. Do you got any questions for Dillon before we wrap up Fishing Friday Live?
No, I'm good.
I'm going
to
yeah. Well, I think he had to use the in the Army we call it the latrine.
Oh, there he is.
No, I was talking. Sorry, I had to talk to my wife.
He's good.
I'm good.
But I turned it over to Ben Pete to see if he had anything. He said he's good. Pete, what do you got for Dillon before we end this Friday night and let people get back to their fans?
The only thing I got for you, Dillon, is some advice. Yep. And if you see those guys out there and you think they're scoping, protest them. It doesn't matter if you look like an asshole. you don't look like an asshole. We got to police ourselves in this sport, and not speaking up is why it's gotten out of control. And Trey and I protested somebody in our tournament series this year because we were sick of everybody watching something happen and not saying anything, and we had to be the ones to say something. And there were a couple guys that I don't think were real happy with us, but at the end of the day, I don't care that those guys aren't happy. And if you watch this or listen to this, because I know you can, like, I'm sorry that you broke a rule and we called it out, but somebody had to. And you know what? Guess what? We never saw that rule broke again for the rest of the year.
Right, that's good.
Sometimes that's the way to remind stuff, man. So if the anglers are any type of decent competitors and they're not doing it, they're going to say, hey, man, why'd you protest me? Bro, you were staring down, working your rod. It looked like you were scoping. I'm just being honest, man. And they might think, optics-wise, that probably doesn't look good. Might have been watching a football game on their Lowrance, streaming it or so. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, if you're out in the middle of a ditch working a brush pile and you're staring down doing this, there's only one way only one thing it looks like, man. So that's just a little advice for you. I know. Yeah, I appreciate it. I know we want to have people think well of us. It's human nature. But at the same time, if people just keep seeing those things and not being willing to stand up, then if it is happening, it's going to keep happening.
Right.
But other than that, man, I'm glad you came on. You're definitely opinionated. Rob Roboleski said he loves you. Rob Roboleski, I don't know.
And we love that. We love that too, man. Like, we're all real here. We're not gonna do the PC thing, and we're not. It's not that we don't talk about like real issues, because we do. We steered away from forward facing sonar because every other show talked about forward facing sonar all the time, and it was saturated with that. But these are real things that national level competitors are dealing with. Rob himself, Seth, you, the rest of the field, like, if these are common thoughts all the time, like an organization should be professional enough and the angler should be professional enough to just bring it up. If that's the case and the masses think that way, man, at the end of the day, dude, like, you don't have anything to lose because you have a very successful business. Right. And I think, closed mouths go unfed, man. They really do, and Pete's absolutely right, dude. Like, it took nothing. It took a second season, but at the end of the day, like, we protested somebody, and Pete's spot on with that. What Nate Bloom say, Pete?
Dillon Freeze is the best once he has a few margaritas in him.
You a margarita guy?
That's no, hell no. He just talking about drinking. That's Joey Bloom's dad.
Yeah.
I love you, Nate.
I do have something.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Ben.
How are the Bengals going to do this year?
I think like 13-3, 13-4. How many games are in?
Hey, I respect it. I respect the hope.
Hey, man, they're going to be good. They're going to be good.
I respect it.
You think so?
Hey.
I mean,
let's ask Pete, how are the Bengals going to like? I'm going to ask the audience, how are the Bengals going to do this year?
The Bengals are going to make the run. Don't end it. Hey, I'll leave it at this, though. Look, if there's anything we can do to help progression of losing sight of forward-facing sonar, there's only one answer, and it's just take it off your boat. And like I said, I really want that to be something we look forward to next year, because it's not that hard to get rid of it, man. And if you don't want to, if you want to fish both tours and you gotta use it, get the quick disconnect, do something. Oh, I hate you, Pete. Hey, you got an old quarterback and a guy who can't catch a ball at your receiving position. So
best receiver in the game. How many Super Bowls does Cincinnati have? I forget.
Oh, here we go.
Detroit has 0.
Hey, be careful what you say about the towel. Hey, remember what happened last time somebody in Cincinnati did something to that towel? I think Carson Palmer was the guy's name. How'd that work out?
You're lucky you heard him, because you know we were going to Super Bowl.
I know.
we were going to dog stomp everybody.
Hey, now we're talking about football in the comment section. It's exploding, dude.
Hey,
we're all over the place.
We got like 38,000 people tuned in right now.
He
got a shout out.
ALX Rods, go check them out, guys.
There's 2 in the St. Lawrence River you can get.
Yeah, just go look for them. They're out there
awesome.
somewhere.
Go get them. And go check out BigDaddyBaits.com. He doesn't sponsor me. He's just a really good friend of mine. Brian Hatfield, he's a fellow NPFL angler. One of my best friends on tour. He's a great human being. And we're getting a little bit colder water, so go get your stuff from Brian and Big Daddy, and I appreciate you guys having me on, guys.
Absolutely, dude. We love having. It was really nice actually having somebody on Fishing Friday Live because it seems like more people are commenting. So if you guys like this kind of thing, let us know, and we'll bring some more guests on Fishing Friday Live. And do some real talk, man. David Fuchs.
Before we sign off, Seth wants to say bye.
Oh, does he? Oh, hey Seth. Yeah, Jeff Horner commented happy Labor Day weekend. Hey guys, if you're out on the water, it's just like Memorial Day weekend. This is like Memorial Day weekend's like the first weekend that like the wake boats and stuff come out. Labor Day weekend's like the last weekend that wake boats.
Lake lights are going away, baby.
Yeah, they're going away. But if you can't find a lake that you need to get on, you can head on over to Eastern North Carolina and hit the Roanoke Chowan.
Rivers ain't no good this time. Stay out.
Rivers ain't no good.
The only place that's good. Come on, bro.
Yeah, babe. We're gonna be good. We're gonna be throwing frogs and buzz baits all day.
I want to have it to myself.
I want to have it to myself.
In September, it's a blast.
But, hey, Dillon, man, appreciate you jumping on here, man, and spending some time with us on Friday. Hopefully you have a great Labor Day weekend. You're not working too hard. I know being the cell phone business. Yeah, whatever. You be pouring that concrete, son.
Got to, bro. I got to pay them bills, boy.
Yeah, that's right. But I ain't got nothing here from the studio. Ben, Pete, you got anything?
No, I'm good.
I'm good.
Well, Dillon, thanks, man. I'll shoot you a text after this, and thanks for joining us. Yeah, man. Thanks for helping us continue.
Guys, man.
Yeah. Thanks for helping us continue building a culture of anglers, helping anglers one cast at a time.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, God, it's a toad, son. It's a toad, dude.
Yeah. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day.